Good Sunday morning, December 12th, 2021. Appalachian Trail southbound hike day number 130. And guess what today is? This is my last day on the trail. I'm hiking to Springer. I got 20.5 miles to go. I just got dropped off back there at Woody Gap. Spent the night at a really shitty hostel. What was it, Barefoot Hills? I mean, whatever, the place was intact. I got to get out of the rain and dry up, but it just wasn't good. They had really janky bunk beds. I didn't feel safe sleeping on the top bunk, so I just ended up sleeping on the floor. And it showed two different locations in Google Maps, and it made it sound like on their website that they were really close to a Dollar General, but they weren't. So thankfully I had packed some trail food with me, because a part of me had a sneaking suspicion that something was gonna be weird. So I ended up staying at a hostel, but making rice sides for dinner. So not exactly how I was planning to have my second to last night be, but it's all right. I'm gonna be camping on trail tonight and then finishing the approach trail tomorrow, and my family will be picking me up at Amicalola Falls. But it's a gorgeous sunny day. Looks like we're getting to the end of the mountains. This has been one of the most memorable sections of my life. I'm keeping track every day, and the memories are gonna live with me forever, and are probably burned more deeply into a part of my brain just because of how different and unique this experience is. I've been away from family, friends, everything that I know and that I'm used to, all to come here and accomplish a hiking trail. Something that spans 14 states and has been a challenge and something of a notable achievement for at least the past 50 years, as people have heard about it, and especially lately as it's become popularized. Even though I say it's popular, I haven't seen anyone yet today. And part of the fun for me has been doing a southbound hike and hiking solo. I've spent quite a number of days by myself, hiking for 8, 10, 12, 16 hours. I've learned a lot about myself. I don't necessarily think I've transformed. I think I've gained new skills. I think I've gained appreciation for some of the boring monotony of regular life that's not on trail. But it's weird because when I started the trail, I had the AWOL guide, which is a paper guide that gives you maps of towns that you come through, places and phone numbers you can call for hostels or equipment, rides. It also shows you the profile and kind of notable points, shelters and water sources. And a lot of people, to save weight, will only bring certain sections with them. And when I started with just the section for Maine. I felt like I would jinx myself if I brought anything more than that. And since then I've done very similar, where I only want a little bit of the book that's gonna be ahead of me. And once I got to the halfway point, I decided I'm just carrying the whole thing. And it's amazing now to be 15 miles from my goal and to think back at how timidly I started the hike and how I guess I doubted myself. I doubted that I would stick through it. I've been very fortunate with the weather, although the last 2 days were not amazing. They were actually not how I'll remember the hike. I'm gonna remember the hike like this, days like this. I've had so much sunny days. When it has rained, it's rained maybe for one day, or it will rain overnight. I didn't have to hike for, I think there was only one section of 2 days that I had to hike in the rain, sleep through the rain, and then wake up and hike again in the rain. I definitely had a couple sections where there was a lot of fog and mist, but generally I stayed dry. I was a little damp. It's definitely not the same as hiking in rain. So I'm very fortunate and happy that that's been the course of my hike so far. That's definitely added to my enjoyment out here. So I can feel for the people who ended up ending their hike early, probably because of weather, because that can really take a toll on you mentally. But I didn't really come out here to, figure myself out necessarily. I knew that there'd be time to think, time to grow. But I really just wanted to go for a really big hike. And I've done that. Along the way, I've made some friends. I've made some connections. And I've fallen in love. I've seen a beautiful part of our country, or my country, or the country that I live in. I'm very happy that you've followed along with me. I don't know how many people are actually ever gonna watch this. I know I'm gonna see it. Maybe my mom. Probably my dad. Maybe one or two other family members. But either way, I'm glad you're here with me. You've been my hiking partner. I've tried to show you all the cool things that I see. And you're there when I wasn't having a good time as well. Doesn't quite feel like the end. I don't know what it feels like. It just feels like a random day. So much anticipation for this day. It just feels like another day. Oh, got a sign. Springer Mountain, 4.1 miles. 4.1 miles separates us from everyone else. Less than 1 mile, and I'll be done hiking the AT. It doesn't feel like the end. Just feels like another night heading to camp. Doesn't feel real. The hike today is pretty anticlimactic, I would have to say. I mean, at least there's views through the leafless trees, but does not compare to Katahdin. But that's okay. It's significant in its own way. It is the end of a 4-month+ journey, and hopefully the beginning of something incredible. I'm gonna take this time that I've spent out here. I'm gonna go back home and hopefully take this same drive and determination and put it into a new project and just see where my life takes me. Maybe I'll do some more long distance hikes. I'll definitely do day hikes, but I'm kind of excited to see what other things may come my way. You know it.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it right there? Is it right there?
Come on.
Is that it?
That's it, buddy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people and humans, we have reached the top of Springer! Woo! That's how you end a through hike right there. What are these Trail Magic champagne bottles?
Yes, they are.
Oh my God.
You want me to film you while you pop it?
No, I'll get that in another class. I just got it. This is. Oh, fudge, yeah. Woo! Not signing off, but just for now. Good Monday morning, December 13th, 2021. It's just a day today. I finished my southbound hike yesterday. I plan to take the approach trail and go down to Amicalola Falls in a little bit. But I figured I would just come up here and make my breakfast and just savor this moment. There was a bunch of people up here yesterday when I summited, and I was feeling social, so I didn't really record much of it. But it's nice to be here by myself. It's a little bit more reflective, a little bit less celebratory. It's a very calm and peaceful morning right now. Spent the night just a little ways back at the Springer Mountain Shelter. Mountain man who was up here, who finished his through hike. We hung out together, had dinner, chatted, and he's continuing on and doing the Benton Mackay Trail. I'm headed that way. It's been a heck of a thing. 2,193 miles, plus all the side trails, all the town walks. 4 months and 7 days. It's been one heck of a journey, I'd say. I'm glad you've been here with me. I'm glad I made this decision. You know, when I first started, I doubted myself. I didn't think I would ever really get to this spot. And the fact that I'm here right now, in one piece, in good spirits, I don't know, I'm extremely fortunate and extremely thankful for everything. I've had a lot of support from friends and family, especially my parents, who have sent me my food resupplies. They've kept me fed and kept me moving. All the people that I've met that have been hiking, or just people that have been at different roadsides or restaurants or hostels, or just everybody that I've come in contact with in the past 4 months has just been, pretty much I've had great experiences with every person, and a lot of memorable conversations, a lot of good thinking that those conversations prompted for me. And I mentioned it before, I don't think I've transformed overnight necessarily, but I've slowly picked up some skills, and I've gotten rid of some things that didn't serve me well. I don't think all the emotions have hit me yet, but it is a good feeling to know that I've accomplished something that 2 years ago I never even thought was a possibility for me. And because life has a way of changing, and you just gotta roll with the punches and take the good with the bad, find the silver lining of every cloud, embrace the suck. Because that's all part of life. That's all part of the fun of this game that we get to play. And yeah, I'm just extremely glad that I chose this. It's been hard. There's definitely been times that I've wanted to give up and just go home. But I knew that seeing this through to the end was going to be something that I'm proud of myself. I didn't think I was going to get out of Maine. I partially chose a southbound hike because I thought if I give up, well, it'll be a lot cheaper of a plane ticket or a car ride. And every successive state that I've gone through, I've lost that feeling of doubt in myself. And I've just felt more capable the further south that I've gone. And I don't know if any other big hikes are in my future, but I know if I can tap into this mindset again and put this effort and energy towards another project, that I will see it through. And I hope if you've watched this and there's something that you've wanted to do, do it. I believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. We never know where we're gonna go. But if this hike proves anything, it's one step at a time, and you can conquer massive feats. I want to thank you for watching. I hope to share more of my life, more of my travels, more of my adventures with you in the future. I don't know where those will be, but for now, I'm glad you've come with me this far. Thank you.